We're talking to Alvernia's head coach and the first head coach of football, Ralph Clark. And Ralph, thank you very much for talking to us and letting MAC football fans know a little bit about more about your program and how excited you are. What's the atmosphere of the school to get football going down there around Reading?
I think everybody here at the school, as well as the local community, is pretty excited. We actually had our first inter-squad scrimmage here on Saturday and had a lot of the campus community out. Obviously having recruits on campus and everything, so it was well received by everyone involved.
Well, that surprises me that you already have a team.
It's not about we don't have a full team. We have some recruits that we brought in from last year.
So you've been recruiting and getting people ready to go. That was one of the questions I had on my list. Is it mostly going to be recruits this year, freshmen at the school, or will you have some seniors, juniors, and sophomores?
Well, hopefully we'll have a good mix. I mean, I don't think anybody thinks you can have a whole team of freshmen at least and have a lot of success. And we're hoping to be successful. So, we're going to get a good mix of hopefully some transfers, which will bring some experience and older kids here. But we're going to have a large majority of freshmen. And that's what we have right now is we have a large class of freshmen right now, and then we have some transfers or what have you, and some upperclassmen from kids that were already on campus involved as well. So we're hoping for a good mix here. I've
been going to MAC football games, most all of them, each week since 1996, and we've seen two teams start up since I've been going. That would be Misericordia and Stevenson. I guess Stevenson's the one of the ones to look at on how you do it. I know they had pretty good money flowing into the program, but they won the MAC championship last year. So your sites are bring people in, and people coming in now are going to get a chance to play.
Oh, that's a huge recruiting tool. That's the attraction about a brand new program is, as opposed to going to a program that's already established and they already have upperclassmen, and when you're going to have to fight like every other freshman. Not that there's not competition everywhere, not that there's not going to be competition here, but somewhere along the line we're going to have a vast majority of freshmen on the field playing and competing. It's up to kids and families to decide. You can go to those well-established programs, or you can come and be a part of something new and establishing a culture, and we can win here. So that's definitely something that we talk about in recruiting. Yeah.
Now, I don't know the NCAA rules. Can you go recruit now, or do you have to wait till the season's over this year?
No, we follow the same rules that everybody else does. I think, which you can be actively recruiting right now. I think the difference is without having a game to get ready for is we have a little bit more time to spend on it, which it's funny though. You think you have a lot more time and you don't. You don't really have that much more time, but the benefit is that we don't have games to get ready for on Saturday, so you don't have the game planning and preparation in that aspect. So we use that time for recruiting.
Now, how far are you from Reading? I looked at a map, and I'm thinking maybe 10, 15 miles, or how
technically we're in Reading.
Albright, I mean, Albright.
Oh, from Albright, I would probably say 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
Okay. So
it's funny enough, I haven't really looked into that.
Yeah. So a 10 or 15-minute drive, so you're not going to go 60 miles an hour. So you're fairly close. So you'll be recruiting a lot of the same areas, I presume, and that could be a big cross-town rivalry in the years to come.
I think it could be, and I know that it is in other sports, and that'll be good when it comes. But for right now, we're just going to focus on us. And focus on building what we're building here, and building our tradition and building our culture and building an atmosphere around this thing. And then when that time comes, we'll worry about that when we have to. But first things first. In order to win, you got to be aware of what's important now. So.
You have already a coaching staff that's helped recruiting, and you said you are doing some scrimmaging or stuff like that, or going through whatever programs you have that you can do right now, huh?
Yeah, we have some staff on board. We're not finished yet, but we do have some staff on board, and guys are working hard. I think I got the best guys in the country, which hopefully every coach thinks that way. And I got guys that are, for the most part, young and hungry and ready to get after it. And then the kids that we have here understand what they signed up for, understand what this is, and are learning what it is, what our expectations are, and the standard that we're going to hold everybody to. So this year is very beneficial, and with this process, it's very beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we started recording, you were saying you already have a field. Since you didn't have a football program, tell me about the field. Was it already built, or are you sharing it with someone else? Or?
Well, it's our field. It's right here on campus. It's actually right outside my office here, and that's one of the funny things. When you do research on a job that you're looking for, and you go online, you're like, hey, they already got a field. But we do have soccer here. We've had soccer. We've had lacrosse and field hockey and other sports that are played on turf. So we had the turf field here, and it was already lined. I think due to the fact that we have a large participation in intramurals, so the field was already lined. Per se, it doesn't have hashes and numbers and all of that, stuff. But we already had the facility here, so that was, 2 steps in the right direction. And we're right now getting close and nearing the completion of our stadium and our new locker room facility. So all the pieces are starting to come together here, and those will be done here, very soon. And when we have recruits on campus, they'll be able to see the progress that we're making.
Oh, that's nice. And you can share that field with other sports, and they just have to put the football lines in and stuff like that. And they do amazing things these days with cutting in stuff into this turf, don't they?
No, absolutely they do. And I'm not a technology guy, as you say, that's why you hire young coaches. But the things that they do, with that type of stuff is pretty amazing. So.
Yeah. Well, I know you're busy. Thank you for taking the time talking with us. I hope we can keep in touch. I won't bother you too much, but as the season goes and next year, we'd like to hear from you. And welcome to the MAC, and all the best luck to you, Ralph.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it, and I look forward to being in touch.
Okay. Thanks, Ralph.
All right.
Bye now.